What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Scarpino. Welcome to another Kind of Funny Reacts. Today, we're talking about Daredevil. Right?
Yeah!
No, we're talking about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones just came back. We're joined by our guest, our lovely guest, Alexis Xamblitas.
Hi, guys.
The resident Game of Thrones expert and all-around knock-around
So
pal
I didn't
guy.
watch the first episode.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to watch it.
You've read all
know
the
what?
books. You can just tell us what happened.
And no one did. Let's jump right into it, though, guys. I was excited about Game of Thrones coming back, obviously.
At least somebody was.
Yeah.
At least there was one
It's a good
person in
thing.
America on Twitter that was excited about it. That's good to know.
And luckily, none of the episodes or anything like that leaked beforehand. So we're, right up to the bitter end. We get there, and it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I realize I don't have an HBO account.
You're so stupid.
That was the funnest
You're like
part.
the stupidest guy. How did you not realize that?
Because I told my
Who
wife.
does that? I'm gonna watch Game of Thrones, and I'd sit down and oh no, I don't get HBO.
I asked my wife, who was out of town. I was like, can you get HBO before we go? Kevin.
Crossing. Kevin's gonna cross everybody.
Kevin back. Kevin sighting. We saw his lower back.
It's the best
Well,
back.
damn. Now, I mean, that was just an amazing panda roll he did in front of the camera. So I have to call you to get your HBO Go login. I don't know if I should be saying
I
that.
don't,
What
care. I
if
don't
you-
care. Piracy.
What have you done in the past then?
I used to have HBO. We were going to order HBO. We just got in a big kerfuffle fight about it, and then eventually I was like, I'm just gonna get out of this. Started watching it.
So you're
HBO Go,
downsizing,
great,
2015.
but yeah, not the best quality. And so, like when you watch it on HBO itself, it's actually a lot better quality than when you watch it through the web browser.
Oh
which
well,
is
yeah,
very,
the web
very
browser.
surprising.
I was like, wait, I watched on my Xbox One. It looked great.
Yeah, but yeah, I
You don't
gotta.
have it. See,
I
we
don't
also
have
here
Xbox
in
One.
America have Comcast, the San
Oh,
Francisco,
God.
which means they block it on PS4, which is some garbage.
What?
What's up with that, man?
Oh, on Comcast, yeah.
Yeah.
I have Xfinity.
You're bootlegging.
Yeah,
your-
it's like,
wait, no, I have
what?
Xfinity.
No, Xfinity is Comcast.
It's Comcast.
But you can't
Yeah.
get it through your. That's what I
I
tried
get
to
it
do.
through
Is
my
go.
PS4.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think they just changed it.
No, I tried
a month
last
ago.
night, and I
Really?
couldn't. You can't find Xfinity when you go
Right.
to activate it. It's not on the.
That's what happened
list.
to me. Yeah, Comcast Xfinity wasn't on.
And
there.
you
It's
tried
on my
last
Xbox
night.
One.
Last
Oh.
night
On
yeah.
your PS4.
Did you
On
use
my
it last
PS4
night?
to activate it. It gives you an activation
last night I
code.
had to, 'cause
You
Hunter
go
was
in and it
watching
says.
He's watching the old episodes.
Okay.
On the PS4, and then I was watching it in the other room
Through HBO Go.
through HBO Go.
I'll look into
I'll
this.
try it again. Yeah.
You guys can come over and check it out.
We have that's the thing with HBO Go now. It's on every box. It's like Netflix.
Yeah, it's HBO Now. You get that on all your
You could
Apple
also
devices.
Chromecast it, you know.
There's all sorts of things to do, but let's get into the actual episode itself. What did you? What were your first impressions, guys?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Lex?
liked it.
Yeah.
Meh, whatever.
That was me too. You watch it and you're like, all right, well, we're back. It's Game of Thrones. More
Yeah,
Game
but
of
that's-
Thrones.
that's the thing.
We're
That's
catching
awesome.
up with all the characters, and that's basically what this episode was all about.
Yeah, it was like getting the gang back together. I liked it. I was like, you see one person, what's that person up to? And then you forget about everyone else, and then it shows the next person what they're doing, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. That's great. Something I thought was interesting was the little previously on Game of Thrones, like, and it went through all the stuff, and like everyone in the room shut the fuck up, was just looking at it like, oh fuck, I didn't remember half of this.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden it cuts to Robert Baratheon dying. And you're like, why the hell are they showing that? Like, this is all season 4, and then they just cut to like random season 1 clips of like
To remind you of that one kid who's gonna show.
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
well, as soon as they did that, I'm like, are they gonna mention that random motherfucker? And they did. I would have. Thank God they did that. I would have not.
Oh,
known
yeah,
who the
yeah.
Wait,
hell
can we
that
talk about
was.
how buff he was?
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Puberty.
What?
He became religious
Working out.
and is like buff now.
That's
Wait,
what these
What was
monks
he,
do.
What was he from? What, I
He
missed
was
the previous
the
scene. I
squire
must
to
have.
Robert Baratheon, and he was the one that gave the wine, and then he also slept with Cersei.
Oh, right,
He's a
right,
cousin.
right.
And then he's her cousin.
That makes sense.
Lancel, I think is his name.
Yeah, Lancel.
And then I guess after the Blackwater fighting
Debacle.
whatever- Yeah, debacle. Yeah, did he get injured or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, Cersei got
Cersei
him.
caught him.
Yeah, and then he became religious.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just went away and
It happens all the time.
See, that's
happened a lot in the 70s.
that's what I liked about this episode was that like after every time there's a season of Game of Thrones that ends, I'm always like, what are they gonna do next season that's gonna make me care? Especially after the Red Wedding, where I was like, what's season 4 gonna do? And then season 4 starts, you're like, okay, I'm fucking sold. And that happened to me again with 5, where it's like, especially after 4, I'm like, what are they gonna do? Every character I care about's gone. But then they give these storylines, and like this opener wasn't as memorable as the other openers, but I feel like it did give me a good sense of where we're going in the season and to places I want to go. Like I'm interested, like where the hell Sansa going with freaking Littlefinger? You know, I don't know. I'm excited to find out. Though.
That's what I like about it, is that we're seeing the character progression now, which is what the show's all about, right? It's not about let's get in, let's see who wins. At this point, it's pretty clear that it's like The Walking Dead in that it's not going to end really until winter comes and the White Walkers come and destroy everything, right? So for the next God knows how many seasons, probably this season, 6th season. I'm assuming in the 7th season it will end.
Well,
that's how many
6
books
seasons
there
in
are.
a movie.
Is that how it's going to go?
No, it's not.
Okay. I was
Community
like,
joke.
wow. So seeing sort of the progression of these characters is the most fascinating thing. That's really what it's all about, right? Especially since they don't have the budget to actually show you the action sequences. So watching Sansa go from this innocent, sort of almost really naive character to literally
really naive
adorned
character with black hair. Yeah.
Well, no, she's starting to pay attention. She's starting to
So much dialogue from her today to really get a feel.
No, but you get what she's all about now. She's starting to pay
Darkness,
attention.
brooding.
She's starting to look at like when he gets a note. She wants to know the information because she
Oh,
realizes.
how good was that little
information is
finger
power.
look though?
He just put
When
it
he's
down
just
in
rolling it,
his-
he gives you the creepiest look.
He unrolls it and then he does what has to be the creepiest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Putting it in his little sleeve, like tucking it in and be like, "Don't worry about that. That's just my sleeve. I'll keep that right in my sleeve for you. When we're having
like
sex,
little finger.
maybe it'll fall out. Maybe I'll keep my sleeve on."
I'm not going to give you the laugh you're
No?
looking for. I see you. I
want it.
know the Nick
I want the
Scarpino
laugh.
eye.
Um,
It was just an episode. It was
Yeah.
just, some stuff happened. I mean, like, I've never been huge on the game. I enjoy it. I pop in. But, like, I was just like, whatever.
See, that's my thing is I am huge on the game. So yeah, this was just another episode. Hell yeah, it's another.
Don't
fucking
get me
episode.
wrong, I'm with you. It
There was-
reminds me, I'm in the same boat with game, I feel like, as I am in Mad Men. Which is like, it just keeps going.
What?
Can we get somewhere? Are we
No.
going somewhere? Is something gonna happen here?
getting
Can
places.
we do something with the fucking dragons? Can you stop
that
just
part was
showing
dope.
them and
That part was
shutting them in a
awesome.
door and running over?
That part
Fucking
was
do
dope.
something.
Yeah.
I'm
see,
sick of seeing them do nothing. Have them do something.
Well, that's the fun part about the dragons, though, is you
Yeah.
can't control them, so they can't do anything. Like, she is the mother of
As soon-
dragons, and that's where her power is, but she can't
Oh,
control
don't even
it.
get me started on this girl either. Christine starts talking about it, then she's like, "Danny, I'm okay." Oh, you mean Khaleesi, right? Or the fucking mother? Or how many goddamn names does this woman need?
Look,
Number
the
one.
cooler you
and then
are-
I was like, just ruin it for me.
But
Tell
what
me
about-
everything. Catch me up on her storyline because I'm sick of her garbage in the show. And she did. And I'm like, that is fucking bullshit too. I'm nothing to look forward to. Great.
I love
Well,
when
spoilers.
Varys and Tyrion had that talk about, like he said, "Oh, who's that guy? Like, who's
Yeah.
gonna be the
Great,
guy?" And then he was
He's like,
"Why
it's not
does it
going to be
have
a guy. It's going to be Daenerys.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool.
Which like I loved that part. And
Also,
it's not in the trailer, but
Yeah, fuck the
Yeah.
patriarchy.
Shout outs to Beards. They're coming back in style in King's
Oh,
Landing
yeah.
and everywhere
Yeah.
else.
Oh,
Tyrion
how
has the
good
beard
was
now.
him drinking the wine, puking it out, and then
Yeah,
drinking
drinking
again?
He
Yeah.
continues to be the best character.
Yeah,
the
I
most
want
riveting
to
character
show
on
up
that
on
show.
him. Spin him off. Let me see what he's
It's
doing.
just
the
him
rest of
living in an
45
apartment
minutes.
with his 3 friends.
Yeah, I don't need to go see fucking Khaleesi talk to these goddamn goat farmers all the
The
time.
goat farmers.
I don't care. Do something with Tyrion. Get a
I
dragon
think
out there.
Khaleesi's gonna probably have a downfall.
Well,
sometime
finally, thank fucking God. It's
Let me-
been 4 seasons of her just getting all the cool toys, and now people are finally taking them away.
But what about her and Dario?
Okay, let's take a sec. Let's
Yeah.
stop for a
Nashville
second.
represent.
Let's stop for a second because my wife, who was in a near catatonic state last night, angry with me about the whole HBO debacle. Sitting on the couch, not saying anything to me, and the only phrase she mutters the entire night is when that guy comes on screen butt naked, and she goes like this: "God damn that guy." Jesus. And like looks at me and I'm like, you're not going to get any disapproval from me because that's what a fucking human being should look like. Like
Yeah.
that is the specimen of physical
Ditto.
perfection.
And here's the problem.
God
Here's the problem too.
damn.
Last night with the Game of Thrones, we had 3 chances to see a dick last night. No dicks. Show
That's
the dick.
right. Oh,
show,
yeah.
show the dick.
What's wrong
already.
with showing some dick? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I've seen all these women's boobies. I saw a horror show her pubic area yesterday too. It's just like you show a dick. And literally throw a bone to your
Show a
viewers
dick,
who want to
show
see
a
a dick.
dick.
I feel
I
like this is
I
a
wanna
double
see Dario.
standard.
Do women want to see dick?
Yes, Anna Kendrick wants to see it. She
wants to see
tweeted.
some
She
dick?
tweeted a really funny tweet today.
Did
I don't
she?
remember what the quote was, but it was something about like,
I'll look at
yeah,
you.
look it up.
I'll
Greg.
look at
Thank you.
You keep the show
But
going.
one thing I really did like about the show was how it opened with the Cersei
Oh,
flashback.
that was great.
That,
That
was
was cool.
beautiful. That was really well
But
done.
here's
was
my
awesome.
only gripe with that is I didn't like the girl playing Cersei. I didn't like the casting of her or the witch. I felt like the witch should have been like grungier looking,
Yeah.
maybe a little older. And then the
You know what,
Cersei
it's-
girl just felt like a valley girl. Like I was like, oh, you're like a girl.
I liked
That's
Cersei.
good,
I
you know?
thought she fucking nailed it. Like
The little
I
girl?
instantly knew it was Cersei, which
See,
is
I
awesome.
didn't. I didn't know.
I didn't know it either.
Christine put it together and then told me. I was like, oh.
Like it was just because of how her hair was and the shit she was wearing. Like we were like, is that Cersei? And then when it was, you're like, fuck yeah! I thought it was great casting.
Here you go. Anna Kendrick tweeted 59 minutes ago a photo of Mother of Dragons and the guy from Nashville and says, Madonna kissed Drake. Hillary's running for president, but HBO still hasn't shown this dude's dick. Hashtag feminist priority.
There you go.
I mean, yeah, the guy just. I mean, he could do anything on screen for me, and I would just watch him.
Well, he did the wink.
Did he do
couple
the link?
seasons
That
ago.
was that won me over. I wasn't for this new Dario, but that one really.
I
won
like
me
that we
over.
got his backstory a little bit too, where he's like, "Yeah, I grew up." He's basically the backstory of Gladiator. Like,
Yeah.
There's Spartacus. He was like, I was a slave, I was dope, I was really good, and then my guy died and released me
cheered
right
for me,
before he
and I was
died.
out, done.
And he's like, are you not entertained? And he didn't say that part. I don't know. I mean, this is one of those episodes where you're really just kind of catching up with all the characters. They're setting up all the threads that are going to be happening. Quickly, though, I do want to give a shout out to my boy Jon Snow.
That was great. Everything with him at the wall was great.
And
finally, I felt
know.
like that
Holy shit.
storyline was like, come on.
Yeah, this is like the first time that the wall might be the most interesting.
it is the most
Yeah.
interesting thing. And the sort of are we spoil? I mean, I guess we've gotten pretty spoilerific on this, but
Nobody tuned into this to find out
Yeah.
if the
That's
what
true.
number
So-
we gave it. Or
no, but I like that story now with Stannis and the Wildlings, and where he's
Sure.
like, the only way I can basically mount an army now is to use the army that's north of the wall and try to figure out a way to. I mean, burning their leader at the stake is probably not the best way to incentivize them, but it's cool, and it was a cool conundrum because I love that Jon Snow's always the guy that has to deal with that shit. Where they're like, "Sorry, dude, you have just the rock in a hard place every single time. So go tell this guy that you admire that he's got to kneel down and do something you know he's not going to do, or he's going to burn at a stake." And how fucked up was that?
Yeah, it was
scene?
pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I thought for sure he was going to yell something. Like he was just going to.
I thought his boy was gonna be like, "Hey, dude, we'll do it. You don't have to burn at the stake." Like they're looking at him. And if I'm burning at the stake,
Yeah.
and the only difference is like me kneeling, or like, and your approval is the only one I give a shit about. Give me the. It's
It's cool,
okay,
dude.
dude. Just
You can
do it. Just
yeah.
do it. Like
That's
you don't
why you're not
have
the
to
leader.
mean
It's kind of funny.
Who is
You
the
have
leader?
to have
Kind of
resolve. You have to have the decision-making skills of one.
Okay, Greg Miller would kneel down for a fucking burrito.
Me and Patillo would have a look, and then I would just go up in flames.
No, but that was a cool moment. That was an awesome way to end the episode, and it just kind of reminded you, like, hey, you are watching Game of Thrones. Like, there are no pleasantries, there are no niceties. This is not a happy-go-lucky world. This is
That's
Game of
what
Thrones.
reminded you of it. Not the guy with no dick walking into a whorehouse just to be held and then his throat slit. That was like when they lulled me in of like, oh, that's a sweet. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Game of
But that
Thrones.
freaky ass mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, their
I'm
costumes
into
are
that
just
shit.
so unbelievable.
It's
Fuck,
so good.
cool. The Harpy
And-
Boys, or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah.
The Hardy
The Harpy
Brothers.
Boys. The
The
Harpy
Harpy
Boys are
Boys.
solving
The Harpy
another
Boys.
mystery
Yeah.
in Westeros.
They're out there. The Hardy Bros are out there, kind of trying to figure out who stole Mom's purse.
That's fucking awesome. But I really liked the. See, I feel like Game of Thrones fucks with us on purpose because they know that we don't know everyone's names, and they know that we think that everyone looks similar. So when they had the freaking
racist.
what was his name, White Rat.
Yeah, White Rat.
When they had that motherfucker,
I
come
thought
out,
that was-
you're like,
I thought that was a
damn,
recasting
change-
of Grey Worm.
all-
Grey Worm.
everyone
I
just
was
said,
gonna get pissed.
What? And then he got his throat slit. You're like, what? And then you see the little skinny motherfucker. You're like,
Yeah.
oh no, you're still there.
Alfredo's
so.
still alive.
Alfredo's still chilling somewhere. But like, I love that because I feel like they did that on purpose to fuck with us.
I want to also put this out there, and I know she started in the show before she was on Furious 7,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean, that means there's just like maybe a 0.5% chance that this is a Furious 8 tie-in.
I mean,
the
I
whole thing
literally-
is just like
any
leading up to the
scene-
making of the car, and then all of a sudden Vin Diesel's there.
Any
like,
the making of the car. I love that. But any scene she was in, I couldn't stop thinking she's family.
oh, she's
she's
family
fucking
now,
family.
bro. She's family. That's the way it
Oh
goes.
man.
Yeah. So that's the first episode of Game of Thrones for season 5. Or
Yeah.
season 5, yeah.
Season 5. I liked it. I thought there was a long break, and it came back, and it gave me everything I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely it was Game of Thrones. I mean, there's not, that's such a high bar, and I know it's silly to say it like that, where you're like, it's just more of Game of Thrones. It's like saying it's more of the best pizza on the planet. Where you're like, I'll take another piece, why not? But I want to see what they do this season because I think they're going to shake a lot of things up.
I'm
And
excited to see Arya too, what she's been
yeah,
up to, what she's
we
doing.
got a glimpse of the next episode where she
Bran.
goes to the man without a face, like that clan of like badass assassins house.
What
Like
are they called?
in Bravos.
the Faceless Men.
Oh, thought I had a cooler name.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. They have a
That's
dope
not
ass
cool.
domino.
They're not the
door.
fucking Hardy Boys or whatever.
The Harper. What'd you call them?
Sorry, WWE. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy out there doing swanton bombs on fucking Littlefinger.
That'd be the best.
Twister
man.
fate
Also, how much
Tyrion.
of a bitch is Robin? The little fucking
Oh yeah.
That's like if I was in a fight with anybody.
Oh my god, that scene, that poor kid, that poor character is hilarious. But what are you gonna do? I mean, we're not all built to fight like Greg Miller. We can't be have the
fucking
strength
mountain.
of 10 grizzly bears and the hunger of 10 grizzly bears.
Grizzly
But
Bears.
what about
Nailed it,
Podrick
Nick.
and
Thanks, guys.
Brienne?
Oh yeah, Podrick's the
Yeah,
boy.
I mean, she's sort of like that, and that's cool. We find her sort of like out with no mission. She's a warrior without a cause to fight for, right? And so and that's gonna be fascinating. She's a fascinating character as well and phenomenal actress. So I don't know where she's gonna go. She's
You
like,
think
I
you're gonna
gotta
fuck?
They're probably gonna have sex. Well, he's the kid with the big dick, right?
I know. I hope it happens.
He's got that big
And
donger.
the good tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows how to
He got
please a
that
woman.
They
good.
say
That I
that too.
remember.
I don't
He's
remember that
basically
part. I
the
remember.
Kevin of Game of Thrones,
Yes.
minus all of the sex with corpses.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say he has the guy in Game of Thrones has sex with real life living people.
Right.
Yeah, they
Kevin.
made some reference to corpses yesterday, and I just looked at Kevin, and I was like,
I like a lot
"Are
of
you
people.
into this?"
There was a reference to corpse groping in Daredevil, and a lot of people tweeted us about it.
Yeah.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
All right.
Kevin's famous.
Well, guys, thanks for joining me for this
Thanks for having us.
first of I'm assuming many Game of Thrones conversations.
We'll see. If
we're
you
gonna
guys
have
want
during the
more,
season.
if you want us to keep doing them this season, let us know, or else we're not going to. We're
I feel
just
like
gonna
we'll
do this
check
one.
in when there's big tentpole things that happen. Like if there's another red wedding, we're gonna have to get back around this table.
Well, there
and
probably
talk about
will
it.
be.
Also, I have to say
Figure
shout
it
out to
out.
Marjorie because she's the fucking best
so
in
hot.
everything she does. God bless her heart and God bless everything about her.
So hot.
I'm not gonna get nasty, but trust
I'm
me, I
sort of
would.
over her.
Shut up, Alexis.
boring
Shut
now.
up so much.
Like, what's
I
she
can't
doing?
smirking. That's all she needs to do.
She's
And playing with
winking and
little
smirking.
boys.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I want to
And
be
wa-
her.
Hold on.
Him.
Walking in to her gay brother and his little gay friend doing gay things and just not even giving a fuck.
Yeah, that was cool.
That
She was hungry.
Oh, and I like, but that's that.
We hungry.
Although I also want to give a shout out to the weird eyeballs that they put on the dead corpse
Oh,
of
Yeah, that's
Tywin's
really
character.
weird.
Who, by the way, I'm so pissed off that actor's not going to be in it because he is one of the like upper echelon of actors that are in Game of Thrones.
Sure.
And so his character, of course, dying is unfortunate for him because he doesn't get to act anymore. I don't get to watch him. And I loved him in Last Action Hero. You got to appreciate that.
He had a weird eye there too.
He had a weird eye there too. Greg.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Alexis, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks
We'll
for
have to
having
see
me.
more of you, hopefully.
Yes.
Now that you're back from gallivanting around the world. And Tim, stay pure.
I will.
Everyone else out there, thank you so much for watching. And make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/kindoffunny. And let us know if you want more Game of Thrones conversations. We will talk ad nauseum about this series that we all love and Daredevil.